this video, I'm pretty excited to reveal some opening secret after knight f3, played by Hikaru Nakamura, but also other grandmasters. Now, what the idea of Hikaru, typically after a move like that, he plays b3. The bishop on c1 goes to b2, and then you're gonna play along the long diagonal a1, h8 in red right there. Now you may say, why not play b3 and then you get the bishop right away? That's not as good as a move order, because here you can see that black can reinforce with d6 the control of e5. And then your bishop here is kind of blocked by that pawn. This is what knight f3 first is very good. Now you may say, what about d4, right? Of course, Hikaru plays that, but after knight f6, he can play bishop f4. That's a London system, or the Trompowsky. But chances are your opponent, is ready to play e6 or d5, or even, let's say, knight e4. So your opponent knows all these lines already. So the idea of playing knight f6 and b3 is to set up your opponent in a kind of openings and that he doesn't know as well. And of course, for the first game showing that system, we're gonna use Hikaru Blitz game. So here we go, b3. And now Hikaru likes to get the bishop pair. So knight h4, if the bishop were to retreat on g6, it would capture the bishop pair. But in this game, black says, no, let's exchange bishops. I'm not giving you the bishop pair. So now this is the ninth move. We have the bishop on b2, looking over here, putting some pressure. What is important? What we say in the beginning, we don't want black to play e5, because if black were to do that and knight c6, then that bishop wouldn't be as good. So here, f4 played, reinforcing the control of the e5 square. Now the game continues. And here, black would be very happy to exchange the bishops. But Hikaru says, no, sir, we're gonna keep the bishops on the board. So now you may say, well, look, that pawn on d4 is kind of restraining the scope of my bishop. So what is Hikaru doing here? Knight e5, of course. Beautiful outpost. And if black were to play like that, you take and you have a beautiful F column to attack. So of course here black retreats. And let's stop right there. Black is passive. White can improve with rook a e1. All the pieces are very nicely positioned. Black has nothing to attack. So black retreats. And now we go for the attack. g4. g4, threatening g5. White has the upper hand. h4, beautiful stuff. Knight g5, attacks f7. On this move, we will simply attack like that. So black tried f6. And now, defending e6, white has a big advantage. And here, rook a e1, your upper pawn, and you have a very strong attack. So here, black tried to win a piece. We'll move 27, and Hikaru spots knight c5, winning the queen and the game, and black simply resign. So again, the key idea, f4, controlling e5, and then eventually we put a knight on e5 onto the next game. In this second game, we're following Quang Liem, a very strong US player originally from Vietnam. He's 2700 rated in classical. He's very strong. And here we go. And here, instead of playing b3, he goes with c4 first. But we'll see that I'm going to transpose into our idea b3, bishop b2. Now he has a bishop here, but in this game, he has the two bishops on a two long diagonal. Very nice. And black is doing a solid hedgehog setup. And now this is white to play. White has developed the pieces and is ready to attack. Quang Liem is definitely launching a strong attack with g4. Black tried to prevent g5, but g5 anyway. Now, if the knight were to retreat, g6. So strong, right? So on this move, now queen c5 attacks the knight. Take, 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 and here knight f6. What did white play? Simply knight a4, and the power of the bishop on b2 attacking the queen. The queen has nowhere to go. Black tried this move, but here, after this last try, h4 and on check, you simply move the king and you're up a queen onto the next game. And in this third game, we're following Grandmaster Etienne Bacrot, picture here on the left. And now we're gonna have a similar theme, knight f3, c5 play by black, and b3. All right, so we have a bishop on d2, pawn here, another bishop here, getting ready to attack. And what is the move? Knight e5. Just like in game one, we have a very nice knight on an outpost on e5. And now we play f4, supporting the knight, so that if black were ever to take, we can take back like this, and we have an open file to attack. Now black doesn't take, and here, a key idea. All our pieces are well developed. How to increase the pressure? And Grandmaster Bacrot find rook f3, a rook lift. The rook comes here, and then it's gonna come attacking the king. And see how easy that is. Rook h3. Now we're threatening to take on h7, so g6. We are attacking the f7 pawn. And now, how to continue the attack? We have very nice pieces, knights and bishops, and now we push the pawn. Now, the knight retreats, and black was hoping to play h5, but here we play rook h6, an amazing move, preventing h5. Knight e4 played, and now we take on h7. Rook fc8 played, and now simply queen h3. And we have all these threats, knight g5, rook h8, knight take. It's a winning position, and black resign. So once again, what was the key idea here? Knight e5, f4, and finally, the brilliant rook f3, rook h3, and the knight will come to the attack. We play g4. It's so easy to play. And he started with this little move, b3 and bishop b2. So I hope you enjoyed this overview. Hikaru Nakamura, game one. Quang, Liem, Lee, game two. And Bacrot, game three. 3 grandmasters and 3 master classes that they offered us. I hope you enjoyed that and will use this system in your own games and score points against your unprepared opponents. And I see you in the next one.